I wonder if Lou will be surprised. Whoops, I guess it was a bit of a creepy first appearance. Don't worry, I'm a normal guy. I'm Toma Fujigaya, 30. I work in an advertising agency. I handle job advertisements. We have dozens of sub-distributors under us. My main job is to support those secondary agents. I don't think Lou would have thought that I would come home a day early. I'm looking forward to seeing her surprised face. I was on a business trip to visit several secondary agencies, but I finished early and returned home a day early. Lou Norikae, will you marry me?
Yes, I'm happy.
Lou is my wife. We met at a drinking party held by a friend when I was 28. Lou is cute and homely. Although she's a bit attached to high-end brands, it is still an acceptable level. After a year of dating, we got married when I was 29 and Lou was 27, and we're still newlyweds. I'll suddenly come into the living room and surprise her. I opened the front door quietly without being noticed. Then there, I found a pair of unfamiliar men's leather shoes that weren't mine.
Oh no, I love it.
No way. I quickly ran to the living room door and opened it as hard as I could.
Huh?
There was a surprising sight there. I saw my wife, Lou, sitting on a sofa and being hugged. Huh? Mr. Uwaki? Moreover, the guy was my boss, Section Chief Uwaki.
Toma, why? I thought you were coming back tomorrow.
I was able to come home a day early. What are you doing?
I see. Well, fine. I was thinking of divorcing you anyway, so it was perfect. Living in poverty is no longer acceptable. Let's get divorced.
Huh? A sudden declaration of divorce from my wife. Instead of surprising her, I was being surprised. I can't keep up with it. Poverty is a sin, isn't it? Chief Uwaki, who had been silent, suddenly spoke up. A man is worth the money he earns after all. Otherwise, even your wife will be taken away like this. That's miserable. Shin Uwaki, 35 years old. Section Chief Uwaki has been working at our company since he was a new graduate and is my direct boss. However, something about this person's sarcastic tone got to me, and I was never fond of this person. Since when were you with my wife? I think it started when we met at an event 3 months ago. Just to tell you, Lou told me she wanted my contact info, alright? It's your fault for being cheated. Well, I guess I'll go home today.
You sleep on the sofa. Don't come into the bedroom.
Chief Uwaki said that and left without any signs of remorse, and Lou went to the bedroom. All I could do was stand there for a while, dumbfounded. Yes, thank you for the other day. Thank you for your continued support. Phew. When I woke up this morning, Lou was gone, and there was a stamped divorce paper on the bed in the bedroom. It's not marked as read. She's ignoring me, huh? What's up? You're sighing. Chief Uwaki. It's so obvious. He's saying that on purpose. I'm telling you, it's pointless to sue me or ask me for compensation. You just saw us and there's no evidence. So even if you sue me, there's no point. You could even end up hurting yourself due to defamation. Before I could make a move, he did. Unfortunately, he has a point. The world is all about money and power. It's sad to be incompetent, huh? After that, Uwaki would often harass me in the office when no one else was looking. Lou could not be contacted at all, and her whereabouts were unknown, but she's probably at Uwaki's. I'm kinda tired. It seems that my parents-in-law are also unable to contact Lou. The in-laws offered to pay me alimony. They want me to get divorced and move on with a new, better person. They apologized many times and said they were really sorry. I accepted their feelings and agreed to the divorce and submitted to the government office. I submitted a request to the company to be transferred to a rural area. Ujigaya-san, please wait. Is it true that you're moving to a rural area? One day, when I was about to go out at noon, I was stopped by Kubo, my kohai. Nothing would be possible without you. Things won't work out. not even the secondary agencies. Thank you. However, since I joined the company, I've never been asked about a promotion. I'm sure there are plenty of replacements for me. No, definitely not. Our department mainly interacts with external parties and has little to do with internal affairs. That's why we're just not well understood to be evaluated. Kubo, if anything happens, let me know. If there's anything I can do at that time, I will try to help. Fujigaya-san. A week later, I left for the countryside. It's a nice place. It's not crowded. Today's my first day at work. Even though it's in a rural area, it's not that far from Tokyo. And it's not inconvenient either. So for someone who was born and raised in Tokyo, I immediately fell in love with this place. This is Fujigaya-kun, who has been transferred from the head office. I'm Toma Fujigaya. Look forward to working with you from today. At the branch office, everyone welcomed me with applause, saying, "Welcome." The office has a very bright atmosphere. Fujigaya worked in the agency department at the head office, so this seems to be his first time working in sales. Fujigaya-kun, please work with Kitayama-san for a while and learn a lot from her. She's good at winning people's hearts as a salesperson, so I think you'll learn a lot from her.
Well, I'm embarrassed that the branch manager praises me like that. Nice to meet you, Fujigaya-san. My name is Hiromi Kitayama.
Nice to meet you. Okay, I'll try my best with a fresh start.
I see. So you were born and raised in Tokyo, a city boy.
Yes, I guess so. I was taught the basics all morning, and in the afternoon, I immediately accompanied her to sales. We are visiting a bar where she's a good friend with the owner. Kitayama-san is very frank and easy to talk to, and we hit it off right away.
Hello. Hey there. Oh, who's that?
Whoa! Are you, by any chance, that celebrity who was once famous?
Ah, maybe that's about my younger sister. I'm her older sister, Miru.
Whoa! So she had a sister! I'm a big fan of your sister! Please shake my hands!
Oh, wow. You're a nice guy. I like you. I'm even worried that you might get deceived easily for being too honest. Hey! Miru-ne-san, please don't make fun of a newcomer by lying so naturally.
What? Was that a lie?
Fujigaya-san, this is my good friend, Miru-ne-san, who uses us when she wants to hire someone. She's popular in the local area, so I wanted to introduce her to you.
This is Fujigaya. Thank you for your continued support. After that, thanks to my experience working in the head office, I gradually increased my sales. I also started going to Miru-ne-san's place for drinks with Kitayama-san. I was enjoying living in the countryside. Meanwhile, at the head office... Waki-kun, I have another complaint from a secondary agency. What is it about? They are always contacting me directly because the agency department is not able to deal with them all. I'm sorry. I thought I asked Kubo to take care of it. You're Kubo's boss, right? What's the point of having you if you don't understand the situation within the department? Make improvements so that this doesn't happen again in the future. Yes, understood. Hey, Chief Uwaki, I heard that just now. You were blaming me, right? Wasn't it you who was handling that case? What's that about? It is true that complaints have come, but I'm not blaming you, Kubo-kun. I need to discuss this properly within my department and report the results. Hey, the requests are piling up. Get to work. It seems that distortion was gradually coming to surface.
Fujigaya-san, congratulations on your promotion to manager.
Thanks. It's been about a year since I came here. My sales results improved, and I became the manager. Today, Kitayama-san and the regular customers are having a light celebration at Miru-ne-san's bar.
Here, Toma-chan, a bottle for you as a celebration.
Oh, thank you, Miru-ne-san. The reason I was able to come this far was thanks to your introduction of other customers. I'm grateful for that alone already.
It's okay. We have a lot of people come here, and some people are having trouble finding jobs. If I help them find a job through you, they'll come back to my bar, So it's a win-win for everyone, right?
Oh, Mirune-san.
And isn't there someone else who you should be really grateful to? The person who created this friendship?
You're right. Although that person is getting really drunk over there. Oh, I gotta take this. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, Kubo! Long time no talk. What happened? Huh?
What's wrong, Fujigaya-san?
Kitayama-san, curious about my surprise, asks me. Well, it was a call from my kohai at the head office, and he wanted me to come back.
What? Why now?
The agency department seems to be in a state of disarray after I left. According to Kubo, due to a series of mistakes made by the agency department over the past year, it seems that the secondary agencies have been switching over to another primary agency. It looks like the head office manager will be officially contacting the branch offices tomorrow, but hearing what my kohai just said, it's a pretty dire situation.
There's no way you'll return to the head office, right? Hiro mean, if Toma-chan goes away, you will be lonely, hey? Hey! Don't say unnecessary things! Oh, oops. Sorry. My bad.
I put my hand on Kitayama-san's head, who looks worried, and smiled. I have no intention of returning there, but I feel a sense of indebtedness to the kohais I left behind. So I'll just go check it out once. I'll talk to the branch manager tomorrow.
Fujigaya-san.
Although I didn't want to see Waki's face, I was concerned about Kubo and decided to go check on the situation at the head office. Fujigaya-san! Later, when I showed up at the head office for the first time in a year, Kubo was waiting for me at the entrance. And he hugged me while crying out loud. Ever since you left, things have been crazy. Honestly, I'm cursing you for leaving me. I'm sorry. I never expected to become so bad. What happened to Waki? Oh yes, the person we really should be cursing is Waki. That person even blames me for his own mistakes. Moreover, because of his mistakes, more and more secondary agents are leaving us, and the department's sales are plummeting. The general manager started to help out, but it's way too late. I've told him many times to help though. This past year must have been very difficult. Kubo's story won't stop, like a machine gun. And I didn't know that you were divorced. Moreover, it's Waki's fault, right? Huh? I'm surprised. I knew it would become a rumor eventually, but how did you know that? It was crazy. The person who was supposed to be your wife came to the office and she was hysterically asking for Waki. Apparently, after breaking up with you, it seems like Waki was neglecting her and playing around with other women. So everyone's impression of him is at the rock bottom right now. Oh, is that so? I was thinking Lou and Waki must have just gotten married. I'm surprised that something like that was happening. It seems like he had no choice but to live together with her now, but it must have been tough. He's starting to look worn out. You'd be surprised if you saw how he looks like now. Please feel a little refreshed seeing him like that. Let's go! At Kubo's urging, I headed to meet the general manager. Chief Waki?
Fujigaya?
There he was, his suit in tatters, super skinny, and his hair a mess. There was no trace of his previous self, who was always overflowing with confidence.
Why are you here? Did you come here to make fun of my current appearance?
I asked the general manager to bring back Fujigaya-san.
Kubo, you? Why? Huh, I see. You guys are trying to trick me. That's not happening. I became a section chief after so many years. I will never lose to you guys.
Please wait. It's not like we're trying to trick you into anything. Your agency department is having a tough time right now, so we have to somehow rebuild it for the sake of the company.
Shut up! You're just an incompetent bastard. What can you do?
Waki seems so cornered that he can't see his surroundings. There were a lot of people around us, but he raised his voice anyway. Aren't you the one who knows best that Fujigaya-san is not incompetent? Kubo? I think the general manager will talk directly to Fujigaya-san later, but I'm too angry. so I'll say it first, but Uaki was blaming you for his own mistakes. What? I'm so lost for words. I didn't want to work with Uaki because he kept shifting blames onto me, so I asked the general manager for time to talk. Then, there were a lot of parts where our stories didn't add up, and that's when we found out that Uaki was continuously lying. No way. Our department interacts with external secondary agencies, so we're quite isolated in the company, right? So it's partly the general manager's fault for not knowing anything about our department, but…
Where's the evidence? It's just gonna be a pointless argument.
Even at this point, he never tried to admit his fault. And at that time… That's how it is. It's all my fault, Fujigaya-kun. I am truly sorry. Sir! I don't know where he was listening from, but I guess he could see us from his desk. The general manager appeared in front of us. I regret that I should have listened to your story as well, not just Uaki's. I'm sorry that there were so many things I didn't realize until now. He bows his head silently towards me.
Well then, what is it? Are you saying I was lying?
Regarding that matter, as you said, it will just lead to a pointless argument without evidence. However, isn't it true that since Fujigaya-kun left, the department has fallen into disarray and sales have plummeted? In fact, the secondary agents often asked me, what happened to Fujigaya-san? This is proof of the great trust they have in Fujigaya-kun. We never had any trouble when he was around. Regardless, I've given you many opportunities since Fujigaya-kun left, but… looking at your current attitude, I can see that you have no intention of changing yourself.
Huh? Sir?
I am transferring you to another department and getting Fujigaya-kun returned to the agency department.
No way! I will change myself. I'll study more so that I can respond properly.
It was too late. It is true that until the number of secondary agents increased, you were working hard. That's why you got your current title. However, afterwards, you kept blaming your subordinates, not improving yourself. We cannot keep such a person in a managerial position.
Huh? What? That means…
You're going back to a rank-and-file employee. You will start over in another department to train your mind from scratch. It's a shame that you got so conceited.
Oh, no way!
Uaki was dazed and put his hands and feet on the ground. Then, the manager faced me again. I'm sorry I ended up talking to you in a place like this. So, I really want you to come back here. But what do you think? That's right! Fujigaya-san! We need you! Manager, Kubo. I was so upset that I had to put my reply on hold. I promised to come back to talk to them in a week. For now, I went back to the countryside where Kitayama-san and Miru-ne-san were waiting for me. And 1 week later…
Toma!
When I visit the head office again, I run into Lou in front of the company. Lou?
It's been a while, Toma. I heard that you were returning to the head office and wanted to meet you, so I've been waiting for you every day.
Huh? Every day? Whoa, that's amazing. Lou is not this kind of woman. There's no trace of her old cute face anywhere. I can even sense a bit of madness in her.
I really want to start over again with you.
Why? What happened to Waki?
Huh. That guy isn't the chief anymore, right? I heard it all from him. I'm sorry. There was something really wrong with me back then. Please, please forgive me.
I glance at Lou's appearance. Clothes, shoes, and bags. They're all from luxury brands. Unlike Uaki, you look very well dressed.
Yeah? Well, it makes sense considering what he did to me, right? And a guy who can't even buy luxury brand items for their woman is no longer worth it. I've already broken up with him. I realize that what I need is you, Toma.
You've changed, Lou. Even though you've always liked high-end brands, you were still compassionate back then.
What? What are you saying? Even men become happier when their women are beautiful, right? Toma! Thanks for waiting. The convenience store was crowded.
Whether it was good timing or bad, Hiromi showed up while Lou and I were having an argument.
Maybe you two were busy with something?
No, it's okay. It might have been a perfect timing. I grabbed Hiromi's arm and pulled her towards me. She's a very important person to me now, so I will never start over with you. After I returned to the countryside, I told Hiromi and Miru-san everything, including the divorce. At that time, Hiromi got angry for me, and with Miru-san's encouragement, she confessed her feelings to me. So, we ended up dating.
Huh? Seriously? Even though I broke up with Uaki, you're abandoning me?
Did I ask for that? All the decisions up until now were made by you yourself, right? You're an adult now, so take responsibility for your own actions and don't blame others. Well, I hope you can at least live a healthy life. Let's go, Hiromi.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute! Toma! You traitor!
I left Lou, who was screaming behind me, and left with Hiromi. I heard this through a rumor later. After that, Lou couldn't give up her increased standard of living and her addiction to luxury brands, and in the end, she borrowed a lot of money and ended up in hell of debts. When she turned to her parents, they cut ties with her. It seems she's fallen to the rock bottom. Thank you for coming back, Fujigaya-kun. In the end, I guess Iwaki's high pride wouldn't allow his demotion. After that, he resigned voluntarily. I'm visiting the general manager with Hiromi. This is to give him my answer. Thank you. I'll do my best to rebuild the agency department. Really? Thank you so much. Kubo-kun will be happy too. However, please let me set a condition. A condition? Yes. When my heart was shattered in pieces, she saved me. Also, by the local people in that town. So, I want to work in that rural town again. Once I rebuild the agency department, please send me back there. This was something Hiromi and I decided on. Understood. I'll promise you. Thank you very much.
Oh, good! Looks like this will solve everything. General Manager, Toma is really competent. Please give him a huge rating and bonus.
Whoa, Hiromi! This is your first time meeting him, right? Looks like you have found a good partner. What is the difference between adults and children? One thing that comes to mind is whether or not you can take responsibility for yourself. People who are unable to take responsibility for their own actions and blame others are those who have failed to become adults. I want to become an adult who can take responsibility for my own actions and build trust with others.